Hello, everybody. My name's Emily, and I just want to thank you all for coming out tonight to celebrate the new beginning for me and Isaac as husband and wife. I want to take you back a few years to when we first met. I first met Isaac when I started my new job at Home Depot as a cashier. I remember that he came up to the supervisor who was training me to return a set of keys. As he was leaving my eyesight, I could just remember that I was staring and staring at him. I really liked him, but I didn't have the courage to ask him out. And then from some time after that, it just became a high and we were on our way. I believe it was a couple of weeks later where surprisingly we were all alone in the break room and he got the courage to ask me out. He first started with him asking me what my age was. And I told him that I was 20 years old. He actually believed I was a minor. And so then after he asked me my age, he then asked me if I had a boyfriend. I said no. And he said, why not? I said, well, usually guys only want one thing. And then he said, well, what about going out with me? So I said, well, what would you like to do? And he said, well, let's go to the movies. And I said, okay, which movie? He said, I don't know. So I then told him, okay, well, here's my number. And when you do know, let me know. The next day, he called me, but he hung up and sent a text instead saying, oh, well, this is the time and the date for the movie. After our first date, I knew he was the one for me. I remember just realizing that was the catchiest smile, that every time that he looks at me, I don't do anything else but smile. Every time I look into his eyes, I realize that there's no one else because I can see the love that he has for me and that no one else will put up with me the way that he has. He's the one that I know that I can spend the rest of my life with because he's the most caring and loving person that I know. Knowing that I get to spend the rest of my life with him brings tears of joy because there's no one else that I would rather spend my life with than my soulmate, my best friend, my partner in crime. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Cheers.
Cheers.